Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm PPE and this is the Peso Pro episodes where we talk about money management tips and peso tricks. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified whenever we upload new videos. In today's video, we're gonna discuss a question that I was often asked by a few friends who are still in school. In the last few weeks, I actually was able to interact with a couple of student leaders from my school in Bacolod in the University of St. Lasal. And I got asked the question of, we understand what the 8 Pro steps are and those are applicable mainly for people who probably have a job. If you haven't watched that video, we're gonna link to in that video here on the side and you can click to it and watch that after this specific video. But for today, we're gonna discuss about what are some of the things that students can actually try to focus on, especially when they were still in school. These are the 4 things I wish I knew or I wish somebody told me when I was still in college. Lesson number 1 is to develop self-discipline. Not just for personal finance, but from an overall career or personality development standpoint. And this can come in the form of many things. One is creating habits that will help you proceed to greater heights and learn new things. But also habits can be very, very good if you form them very early. One good habit would be the habit of setting aside a portion of whatever income or whatever money that you have for the future. And this can be your allowance, it can be gifts from parents or your ninongs and ninangs, especially this Christmas season. Every time you develop the habit of saving and putting something for your future, it develops something in you and it should inspire you to actually create more of that habit as you grow towards adulthood. Once you identify that habit and practice it for at least a couple of weeks or even months, that should easily help you transition into now working as a full-time employee or you having a business after you graduate college. If you have that habit with you, you're gonna be better than probably like 90% of people because the moment you enter the workforce, you will have now more money that you ever made in college and you will be tempted by so many different people to get that money away from you. Lesson number 2 is to find ways to grow your income and try to experiment on ways for you to earn money on the side. And this is something I think I personally did very well when I was in school. So if you ask my mom, she will always tell you that I actually was the marketer seller even when I was in my elementary school days. It started with me buying yema candy from a friend who was actually selling it for a wholesale price and me selling that to my classmates every time we had a break in between. And I was earning maybe another 500 or 1,000 pesos every month or so just by doing that yema a mini business that I had when I was in elementary school. This lesson I learned very early on trying to figure out how to manage inventory, how to manage costing, how to manage marketing. Why I didn't know that they were all called those different things when I was maybe 10 years old. I knew the concept that when I bought something and sold it for a higher price that I can earn money, and I was actually living through the churning. Knowing it theoretically helps, but actually being able to go through a process of selling something that you bought or made actually makes a world of a difference because you would also see, for example, things like what happens if your yema supplier suddenly decides to stop making yema. Or what if you are actually baking your own cookie and what if prices of all of these ingredients went up? How do you price all of that? So learning all of these unique things about managing a business, be it a very small business. The intent here is not for you to be a millionaire at that stage. If you find a way to be so, then great. But the intent is for the most of us, selling and entrepreneurship is not being taught in school. And while it's being probably described or discussed in business courses, all of those tend to be very theoretical and you actually don't have the chance to practice until you actually make an effort to practice an entrepreneurial training. Another thing that you can do on the side would be to leverage some skills that you actually had. My best friend is an excellent writer, and she learned writing very early on, even in our elementary school paper, all the way to becoming editor-in-chief of our high school newspaper. What she did was she leveraged the skills she had in writing and made that into a side hustle where she can earn by actually just writing blog articles or content for other people. And that's a good way of leveraging something you already know and trying to monetize whatever skills you have. Those can be very simple ideas, but you learning the value of hard-earned money and you also trying to understand how things work is going to be more important than the profit that you will actually take while you are in school. Lesson number 3 would be to actually find a mentor, and find a mentor who is much older than you and more experienced and successful. By taking a mentor in, you're actually diversifying the people around you. When you're in school, chances are the people that you're always with will be people that are in the same age range or in the same batch as you are. And in most cases, there may be a few good ones that are very advanced for their age, but the chances are people around your network are also as clueless or also in the same way trying to figure things out for themselves. The good thing about finding a mentor is that you actually can tap into the knowledge of that person and try to find some learning that you can apply into your life. With the age of digital, YouTube videos such as this can be a form of mentoring, but what I feel is gonna make the change or make a big dent into your journey is really finding a mentor that you can physically work with in their own endeavors like a business or even a practice or profession. Case in point, you can actually apply to be a summer intern or like a summer job kind of thing. I would even go to as far as saying you can even offer your services, whatever those are. It can be basic bookkeeping when I was an accounting student, or it can be manual labor like secretarial stuff that you can help with in their office for free at the exchange of you being able to learn the ropes and you being able to get insights from that mentor. Just make sure that when you approach these mentors that you also value their time and you prepare yourself so that you can actually add value to them and not just you extracting all the value for yourself. They are extremely busy people, but I think if you find the mentor that's right for you, that will make a massive change in the trajectory of your career and you as an individual overall. Lesson number 4 would be for you to keep learning. I know that you're gonna tell me that I already have a lot of subjects to study, a lot of quizzes to pass, but for me, college is probably the only final time that people would expect you to just keep learning without anything else on the side. After you graduate from college, while you will obviously continue to still learn new things, all of the other responsibilities of adulthood will just hit you like a rock. You will now tend to think about bills, you will think about deliverables for your company, and so many more things. Now you would be very aware of, say, how much prices fluctuate because now you're paying for your own meals and you're paying for your own groceries. Today, you still have the luxury of being at the loving arms of your parents and them shielding you from all of those uncertainties and volatilities of life. And while you're at this stage, I would say try to come up with a couple of things that you feel will help you build value overall. This could be a new skill that can complement your profession. So for example, what I typically tell accountancy students would be for them to actually brush up on basic and advanced Microsoft Excel skills. Because while those are being taught at the basic level in school, the moment you enter the corporate world, there's gonna be a lot more that you're not gonna be familiar with. So you investing in a YouTube video or a course somewhere while you're in school helps you prepare for the next stage of your life. Overall, if you learn more, the chances of you being able to find and generate more value for yourself, which you can monetize in the end, is much greater than if you were just focusing on the bare minimums to pass your college education. These 4 lessons, I hope, will be good guides for you to take into the break and try to figure out what you can try to put into your life in the coming year. While you are in this phase of your journey, the most important thing here is for you to build a solid foundation in terms of discipline, trying to find ways to grow your income and to build income streams, finding a mentor who can help you and guide you through that, and also find things to learn while you are still in school and while you are still protected by no expectations on anything else. If you take these 4 steps, you're gonna be primed for the next stage of your life. And remember, I'm not even asking you to invest or to even generate tons of money. The most important thing here would be to develop the characteristics that will enable you to become better stewards of the money that you will earn, and habits that can help you deliver more value so that you can get more money or more returns for the value you put out there in the end. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you're interested to learn more about basic tips or things that you can learn while you are still in school, or if you're preparing for that career jump or making things more clear from a planning standpoint, please hit the subscribe button that we will link to here, and follow the channel for more videos that we will upload soon. I hope this was of value. Please hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.